I can be patient with a lot, but I can't be patient with a cat.
Oh, I discovered something about cats.
They suck?
Well, no, God. Common knowledge.
Okay. This is a show for dogs.
One of my best friends in the whole wide world is a black woman. And she was telling me the other day, she goes, I'll eat your food because I know you well. And I spend a lot of time in your house. She goes, but black people will not eat food from a house where there's cats. And she's like, yeah, like they're all up on the kitchen counters. And I was like, ew, gross. My cats aren't allowed on the counters, by the way. But
This is Total Babble. Total Babble. It's a show about music, pop culture, social media, movies, the internet, relationships, TV, whatever. Total Babble. The Total Babble Podcast.
All right, we have not had the official show greeting in a while, so welcome to this. She's Emily, I'm Stu, and if you'd like to catch up with us, we're on all the socials as Total Babble, and the phone number is 818-570-0753. You can leave a message there. And hello, what's going on?
oh, g'day. I'm good.
Before we went on the air, you were telling me in a very general manner that all black people hate all cats. Isn't that what you said?
Sort of.
Yeah, well, there you go.
But it was more a case of, I have been informed by my friends that it's kind of a no-no to eat food from people's houses who have cats. It's like a rule.
In the black
community.
culture, and this is a black person telling you this, and since then, all of these things are being suggested to you that say that that's the case. I believe that the black culture is very much on the right track with that then.
Yeah, I think
I don't
so.
want to eat in somebody's house that has a cat if it's crawling all over, or just in general.
Like crawling all over the counters. And I was like, hey, that makes sense, but that is gross. Like, I don't like it if people let their animals crawl all over the kitchen counters. I think that's gross. And that goes for anything, lizard, bird, rodent, cat,
Well, and the people that
anything.
take their pets everywhere, like they take their dogs to the hot food bar. I'm going to say something, we're going to have a problem. Don't be an inconsiderate asshole.
It's kind of gross, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It is. I don't want your dog hair around, or dog slop, or cat slop around where I'm eating. It's just a thing I have, you know?
Yeah, I think that's more than fair.
Yeah. All right.
We have a dog, but she's not allowed in the kitchen.
Oh, wow. That is a big commitment. And the cats, you just try to rustle away when they get in there, and you have to fight them because they're cats. And I don't hate cats enough to hurt them. I just don't want them around me is all. It's a preference.
Yeah, I think I was telling you before the show that one of my cats is not afraid of water. And so we use a little, like a spray bottle to train the cats to stay away from certain things, and in particular the kitchen. But he doesn't give a fuck. And so I throw spoons at him.
He's got to learn. Sometimes a lesson just needs to be taught. It's like I say to you, you take the cat level of it. Some people just need to be taught a lesson, and you can expound on that to literal human beings. And some people are just like animals. They need to be taught a lesson.
Yeah. And to be clear, I'm not throwing the spoon like at the cat to hurt the cat. I throw the spoon on the stone countertop, and it makes such a horrific sound that the cat runs away from it.
That's good. It's like how I go chasing the mourning doves out back here with my high-pressure squirt gun because they sit outside and they make that stupid whoo sound that I can't be around. And I go and I do the high-pressure, what do they call that thing? Water weasel? It's not a water weasel. It's a high-pressure stream, and it...
Super soaker?
Super soaker. Thank you. And then they scare off and go away.
I mean, the difference between you and I is, of course, I'm wearing pants while this is happening, but you do you.
I never wear
Super
pants.
soaking stew.
I haven't worn long pants in probably close to a year now. I live in California. It's all shorts.
It's a good point. It's well made.
Yeah.
Shorts.
When I could wear them to work on Fridays, they would let us sometimes during the summer. And I was like, oh, we work in radio. We're not meeting clients. We should just be able to dress however we want. That's the way it works at a real radio station.
So you would wear shorts to work?
Oh, God, yes. When I worked at a station, for sure, this current job, when they would allow it. But yeah, every single day I was in radio, it was a T-shirt and shorts, and that was the uniform.
Amazing.
Last time I had to wear a suit. It wasn't really a suit. It was kind of a sports jacket and a tie. That was probably 10 years ago when I was forced to go to a wedding. I don't want to get involved in that sort of thing.
The thing that I noticed when I moved here is that the dress culture is so much more casual here than in my home country and pretty much anywhere in the world. So, for example, I don't feel like Americans generally dress up for anything. Like, I'll go to a nice restaurant and there'll be someone there in Crocs and shorts.
Yeah.
You can go to like a nice steakhouse and someone in Crocs and shorts. You go to the theater and people are dressed like they're going out for the 4th of July barbecue.
I feel like if you're
insane.
not meeting anybody that matters to you, who cares? Like, who are you trying to impress? I don't really care what other people think of me. I've gotten to that place as an adult in this modern world that I don't really care what you think of me, so I'm going to do what I'm going to do. If I'm going to meet friends and they say it's a formal thing, maybe that's another story. Maybe I have to wear long pants at that point.
My kids ask me why we dress up to go to the theater. And I tell them that it's because the actors can see you and you want to show them that you respect them.
It's hard to argue with that. Well, then I will just get seats in the back.
Or same with the ballet or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, I feel like it sends a message that you care about that occasion.
You're coming across as one of those cultured people, and I just can't relate to it. But this is why the show works.
I don't even know if I'm cultured.
Yes.
But when I would go to work, I would always, wear a jacket or wear basically the female equivalent of suits. And people always used to give me like massive amounts of shit for it.
Well, and then I would say, okay, if that needs to be the case, you could certainly pay me for that, which they don't do. But then they say, well, dress for the job that you want. And you're in a whole vicious cycle of weirdness.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I did have one of those executive type jobs, but it was good because I'd never have to worry about I'd never have to worry if like the global head of the company just like showed up or anything.
Yeah, if that was the case, I would just hide. There's so many places to hide.
Fair enough.
There you go. All right, so moving on from our inexplicable ability to spend 10 minutes on talking about nothing and be entertaining, I feel.
Side quest.
We can actually go on to the stuff that I have to talk about and little things here and there. First off, weird thing this weekend. I went to fill up on gas, and for some reason, when I was filling up on gas, I went to like 3 different gas stations. I don't know why, but I just chose to go to 3 different gas stations. And each time I went to those gas stations, there was a sticker that had Trump pointing up, and it said, "I did this." Everywhere I went, these stickers seemed to appear. And it was a weird thing, too, because at these 3 gas stations, I would also somehow forget which side my gas tank was on, and I would pull in the wrong way, and I'd have to get out and start to do something, and then have to pull in the other way to another tank. But everywhere I went, there were Trump stickers, him pointing up. It said, "I did this," and I don't know how that kept happening. And then I butt dialed you, which was weird.
Yeah, you did.
And she thought I was suicidal somehow. Are you okay?
I didn't think you were suicidal.
Okay.
I was just like, usually we text one another.
Yeah.
It would be strange for you to call me.
Yeah.
And so I thought, ooh, maybe you've got something important to
Oh, so
tell
I
me.
called, I didn't text again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I texted her pictures of these Trump stickers.
Yeah.
And then apparently I put my phone in the pocket of my shorts, and apparently they knock against my leg. And when they knock against my leg, this is what causes. There you go. I've done it before, so I can't deny it. And yeah, you're absolutely right. And
it was like, no problem. And then when I texted you, you didn't respond.
I think because I was driving and I probably didn't hear it. And I felt bad for interrupting your weekend either way.
No, it was fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't an interruption at all. I was at a community event.
Doing your thing.
Parenting other people's children.
Well, there you go.
I was waggling my fingers.
And then did you hold the phone and go, "Oh, look at this fucker"? Did you do that?
No.
Look what this fucker's doing now.
No, I said to my husband, I was like, oh, Stu's trying to call me. I better go and see what that's about. And he was like, all right then.
Well, thank you for caring. I will give you that. I appreciate the
I
thoughts.
care.
Like, oh, Stu might be in distress. Better see what it's about. No, it's just he's got his phone knocking his leg. That's all.
Yeah.
And by the way, I hope too that the next time I go to the grocery store, I don't also see those stickers appearing everywhere, because it's just weird the way they're showing up with the gas prices and our horrible president and all that. Speaking of which, I'm concerned about the safety of your husband with TSA and ICE in airports. And I know from the news that one of the airports affected is an airport near you. So everything going okay? Did you tell him just not to travel? And I don't understand why he needs to travel so much. Can't he just do stuff remotely? That's what normal people do.
He cannot do stuff remotely. Fun story. He actually flew to New York City on the day that accident happened at LaGuardia, and that's where he was flying into. So at 5:30 in the morning, we saw the news. Obviously, terrible tragedy with what happened with that Air Canada accident.
Yeah, there was that collision aside from ICE showing up.
Exactly. So his flight was cancelled. And the day before, our airport had 4-hour delays. But he was very fortunate that things worked out and he was able to get through in about an hour and make a different flight. So,
and is your husband, I'm assuming, but is he a super white guy?
I wouldn't describe him as super white. Like, you wouldn't look at him and go, Chad.
Okay. But he doesn't appear as anybody with brown tint to their skin. I'm concerned about him walking through the airport is what I'm saying. And because that's what we have to look out for now in society. And that was the first thing I thought of when all this started happening. And I saw, oh, there's that city. There's you.
He's, I don't know, maybe like a bit Italian looking, I guess.
Could be trouble.
He has more olive skin than I do.
See, that could very much be trouble.
But he's still definitely a tall white guy.
Okay.
So he took his US passport to travel domestically for the first time ever.
Good idea.
Through all accounts, the ICE agents weren't doing anything. They were literally standing around drinking
Yeah, they have
coffee.
nothing to do from what I've seen, but...
Yeah. But apparently journalists are now out there taking all their photographs because they're not wearing masks. So they're identifying them all.
Do you think that's going to matter to them? Like, I think they have just resigned to be the worst human beings on the planet anyway. Is that going to matter at all?
I've heard tale told that they are running away and hiding from people who are trying to take their photographs.
Good. Fuck them and their stupid asses and selling out their country and their people.
Yeah,
they're terrible people. I will say blanketly that if you work for ICE, you're a terrible human being. You're a piece of shit. We can go with that. I'll make that generalization.
The thing that I don't understand, and I will say it's because I've not taken the time to understand it, I'm just quietly seething about it instead of actually doing something, is my understanding is that ICE and TSA are both a part of the Department of Homeland Security. What I don't understand is why we can't pay the TSA agents, but we can pay ICE agents. It feels almost like they're doing this on purpose to privatize TSA or show that TSA isn't working, or to have ICE come in and be the heroes in some way. But isn't it from all the same bucket of money? It doesn't make sense to me. And maybe I'm just not very bright.
Well, I guess I would have to say it couldn't be from the same. I don't know. I don't know how that works out. But I do know that there was a plan put on the table that it was all going to be worked out, and Trump just wanted to be a cunt and told them not to take the deal because he wanted things to stand out. And until the SAVE Act is passed, he's not going to allow any new bills being passed, and we're just going to keep going on with this. He's the one that decided that these TSA people are not going to be paid, so it's back on him. And one of the senators admitted to this when he wasn't supposed to. So.
Yep, it's 100% Trump's fault. And coming out in the news within the last 24-hour news cycle is the revelation that the president took top secret documents and showed them to people on the golf course. Things that would help further his business interests. So not only did he steal classified documents and keep them at Mar-a-Lago, he shared it with people who don't have any sort of security clearance on the golf course.
Well, he already did it at Mar-a-Lago, so who cares? Once you've already done it at Mar-a-Lago, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
Is that the defense that all the Epstein cronies are going to use? I did it once at Mar-a-Lago, so it's
This
fine.
can all be blatantly illegal and terrible, and he could have shot somebody on Fifth Avenue, and it doesn't matter because it's all just being ignored anyway. He's the worst, most illegal head of a crime family we've ever had in this country, and people on the right are just going to continue to ignore it. That's the way it all works. And until we have perhaps a civil war, it's not going to change, or at least a war with votes and get some decent people in there. And I'm still not convinced the last election wasn't rigged. And I know that makes me sound like a kook, but I'm not convinced it wasn't rigged.
It was. It was rigged.
I'm not willing to say was, but...
Well, so for example... You know how they were trundling through the trash, in the state of Georgia about saying that there was election rigging? Yeah, there was, by fucking Elon Musk.
The thing that they found, I think, in your state was that they recounted the votes and Biden actually had more votes.
I can't remember that, but you are probably right.
It was one of the states they demanded a recount. It's like, oh, no, you still won, but Biden had about 100 or 1,000 more votes than we thought, but you still won.
Yeah, and what they discovered here is there was something about Elon Musk who was, paying people to vote and bussing them in and all of that sort of stuff, and was pre-completing or partially completing ballots for people, just stuff that is against the law, but that he was doing. And so they came in thinking they were going to prove something, but in fact just dobbed themselves in.
And it's just the same thing that we discussed. We have a mafia crime family that is in control of this country, and it would be great if people stood the fuck up and did something about it. This Saturday, let me mention that. No Kings.
Oh, yes, No Kings.
Everybody go out to No Kings. If you're one of those people that sits on their ass the rest of the time, at least go out to this, because when there are millions of people in the street, it matters to them and it shows something. And that's really an important thing to do. So I'm just mentioning that if you hear this before, Saturday, March 28th, make plans to go do that. Don't be a puss.
Yeah, great piece of advice.
All right, so we were kind of talking about pets before, and I now have animal talk. A couple of these stories first off the list here are about animals. Do you know about Blondie the bear? We have Blondie the bear here in California.
No.
Well, we had Blondie the bear, I should say. Blondie the bear was living in a community called Monrovia. It was a mother with her cub, and it was kind of living there, and they all knew, oh, Blondie the bear is around. Be careful. Watch out for Blondie the bear, because we've encroached on Blondie's neighborhood, and we have made it so that Blondie doesn't have a place to live. And something happened where a woman was out walking her dog, and Blondie felt threatened and took a swipe at her. Didn't even attack her, but took a swipe and then ran off. And it's been known that Blondie was around different areas in this community, and they decided that they would capture her and euthanize her. They captured Blondie and killed her. They took Blondie, and they could have relocated her, which they absolutely did with the baby bear. They took the baby bear and took it to another community, and they killed Blondie. And I'm just trying to understand how that makes logical sense. The bear is doing what a bear knows to do. Why the need to kill it? Why couldn't you move it? You have good arguments for these things. What are your thoughts?
One. Bear gonna bear. I really hate when people are like, and the bear went crazy.
It's a bear.
The bear didn't go crazy.
Yeah.
It's a fucking bear.
When you're hiking, there's mountain lions. Same thing. They kill the mountain lions. Fuck.
Oh, it's so disappointing. The bear's not out there stalking her, but I'm very sad to hear that they killed Blondie. It would have been, if they got close enough to shoot her, they could have tranked her and, to your point, relocated her, especially if she had cubs. It just feels cruel.
As I understand it, they captured her, so yes, they could have, and then they decided to euthanize her.
I wonder if something happened after they captured her.
Or even if that's the case, you take a cage, you get a helicopter, you go into the middle of the wilderness, you drop her and the cub there, you let them live together forever.
Right. Why not? Well,
they're not going to come back.
Well, no, and she might be killed by other bears.
Yeah, but at least she has a chance.
If you just like throw her in with other bears. I don't know anything about bears.
Bear on bear crime could be a thing.
Bear on bear crime could be a thing. Are they Bearatorial? I don't know. Maybe.
This is why we love you.
Maybe we don't want to infect other bears with whatever sexually transmitted diseases Blondie was giving out.
One of those slut bears.
Right. I mean,
yeah.
Come on.
It could be.
Monrovia. Like, maybe. I don't know. I don't make the rules.
It just doesn't make sense to me that this happened. And then my thought was I wouldn't be surprised if ICE did it. Maybe ICE has a division that deals with animals, and this would totally be something that they would do. They're off killing people anyway, so why not make them – maybe that's a new job. I don't know if I want to turn them on animals either, but maybe better animals than people. I don't know if I can make that allocation in my brain.
I've got a conundrum for you regarding animals.
I'm a bad host who forgot to turn off his phone. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Do you need to get it?
No, it's somebody from a headphone company. I called somebody inquiring about headphones. I'm sorry. I really should have been. That's a bad example to set. Go ahead.
It's quite all right.
Yeah.
It now means that I can do whatever the fuck I want.
That's right.
You can't get mad at me. Watch me sizzle away and rattle my iced coffee. My slapping hands are ready and aimed at the microphone.
I'll never do that again.
I love your ringtone, by the way.
It's like a phone. It's weird, right?
It's delightfully old-timey.
Yeah. I like a phone that sounds like a phone.
Do you answer it, ahoy hoy?
I go, good morning. And then wait, and then they go, oh, I thought you were recording. No, I'm not a recording. I just answer by saying good morning.
I used to answer with my name.
That really throws them off, I bet.
I don't do that anymore. Because the number of people who are like, is this Emily? I'm like, it depends. Who the fuck are you? Like, I used to be so polite. I'd be like, good morning, this is Emily. Now, sometimes I don't even say anything. I just answer, especially if I don't know the number. Obviously, I'm not like, who the fuck are you to my mom or whatever. Maybe I am. But then now I just answer and just hang there silently because I want to know, is it a robocaller? Is it someone trying to sell me something?
The robocall thing I'm confused by because they say never answer, but if you answer to hear if they're a robocall, does that screw you? Can they tell that you've answered at that point if you're just quiet?
I believe so.
Okay, that's why I don't. Okay.
So I'm not tricking anyone.
Yeah.
But it's always so annoying. And I feel sorry for the people because I'm a little bit mean. And I do feel a little bit bad.
If they're calling you, you have the right to be mean. If it's not something you've prearranged, there is such a stigma about phone calls in general nowadays that if they're just calling you to spam you, fuck them.
I really wish that there wasn't spam calls. I feel like I'm being invaded every time it happens. And, you know, I have kids, so I answer the calls just in case it's somebody trying to get in touch with me to do with my kids.
I'm going to get a sounder, and every time you have a gas moment, I'm going to play the sounder so that people know what's going on.
Don't do that.
Emily, gas moment. Because you can kind of hear it a little bit when you, and it's okay. And I'm not being critical. I'm just saying it would be fun for the show.
It's fine. And it's not always gas. Sometimes it's like this post-nasal drip thing. I'm going to send you a photograph of what it looks like outside my house at the moment.
We call it
the pollening.
Oh.
No, it may as well be snowing. The pollen is so thick that my entire car is yellow.
See, that would just really hurt me, I think.
Yeah, so all of us in my house are popping Claritin like it's Tic Tacs. I have to wash my hair and everything. We have to take shoes and like I worked outside on the weekend, and then as I came into that side of the house, I took off all of my clothes and shoes and everything because it was covered in pollen, and I'm going to run all the air purifiers and everything because we're allergic to it. And my nose is just so full of gunk. It's disgusting. And our eyes are burning and we're like spraying eye drops in. Ugh, it's disgusting. I can't wait for it to be over.
Yeah, the Claritin, I can't take much of that because then I'm up all night. Like everything affects me. It sucks. And it's good that it's not that bad here. I can feel it a little bit here, but it's not that bad. And
it's bad.
The last thing on the phones that I'll say is that you could really just go douchey with it. Like you could answer the phone and go for stew. Stew out.
I'm going to start doing that. People will be very confused because they don't know me as Stu, but I'm going to do it.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
You can say
go for stew.
Is she selling soup of some sort? Go for stew.
Yes, it is, Emily, but go for stew. Okay.
If ever we're on a show and we have somebody calling in, I want you to answer the phone just so you can say, go for stew.
100%. Yeah. Let's absolutely do that. Go for stew. Is this stew? No, but go for it. For stew right now.
And is it Seacrest that says Seacrest out? Because I would adopt stew out. Stew out. Jesus, how douchey.
Stew out.
That's it. Yeah, it needs more of a pause. You're right. Stew out. Love it.
Stew in.
You know what animal I don't like?
Ing. Stew bed.
There's so many stew directions we could go. Look up the word stew and see where it can take you.
This is Lord Stew of the Stewards.
You should see our family crest. Anyway.
Is that how you lure people into your house on the first date?
Just go in with the bit.
Come inside and see my family crest?
You should see my family crest. It's so nice. It just
so
became
nice.
Morris Day with the time there. He's trying to attract some woman back to his place. And I have this and this and this. You should see it. It's so nice.
It's
Morris Day of the motherfucking time.
So nice.
Great.
It's been a very long time since I've gone on a date. As we have established, my husband and I have been together for...
You're lucky.
Well over 15 years. I'm very, very fortunate. But I could not even imagine just the hellscape that it is now and all of these things that don't mean what you say. Like, for example, Netflix and chill. Do you know how long it took me to realize what actually Netflix and chill meant? Way past when I started using it. And so I would openly tell people for a time there that I was just going to go home and Netflix and chill, but in a way that I meant that I was just going to go home and watch Netflix.
And they think you're a big old whore.
And have a cup of tea and just watch Bridgerton. But no, that is not what people were hearing because that wasn't actually what I was saying. Yeah. It's what I meant, but it wasn't what I was saying. So there are a lot of people out there who think that I'm a massive hoe. And I will not correct them.
And then they're confused because it's like, wow, I guess Bridgerton really turns her on or something. Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, to be fair, it can be pretty sexy. Yeah. The old Bridgerton. It's like
a little bit dry for me. I can't be a part of that.
Really?
I can do some English stuff, but I can't. Yeah. I think I'm also way too male to watch that. And I don't know if that's a gross generalization.
I mean, you might also be too straight, just putting it out there.
I was not aware.
It is super fabulous. I think it's for the straight white women and the gays. It's like that Canadian ice hockey show.
Yeah, there's no ultra hetero dudes that are probably watching that. And there's no problem with anybody watching it. I'm just saying different things appeal to different people.
Exactly. Oh, you know what I want to watch, but that I haven't watched yet? It's that whole Manosphere documentary. I want to watch that with my
I didn't know about this. Is this about like the Joe Rogan type people?
Quite. I think it's is it Theroux?
From somewhere.
Is it him who does it? I don't know. I'm probably completely butchering this and not doing it justice. However, very famous documentary journalist, is going about interviewing all of these nonsense alpha male manosphere influencers and just getting into the psyche and just laying them bare. And apparently it's incredibly eye-opening, and a lot of mothers are watching it with their teenage sons because it just reveals just the depths of stupidity.
Yeah. They are the worst because they are the worst. They influenced the last election enough to help get Trump elected, and now they regret that. And they are the worst because they have negatively influenced podcasting. If you say you do a podcast nowadays, people think you do that fucking dumb meathead, bros talking about stuff. You take it, bro. No, you take this to pump up your muscle. I fucking hate it so much. It has ruined podcasting, and it has ruined our country in a great degree. So F all of these people, these meathead bros. If you use the word bro in a sentence, I can't be around you. It says everything about you if you're broing people. Fuck right off. Oh.
You've just sort of vilified every tween boy coast to coast.
Yeah, I used to like this medium. I used to like podcasting because not everybody was doing it. And then these fucking meatheads grabbed onto it and ruined it.
Yeah, they did ruin it. Well, I don't know. Maybe
it's on the way to ruined if we can't bring it back. Them and that goddamn Call Her Daddy. She's the worst too. There's the worst on both sides.
I've never listened to Call Her Daddy.
They're the most popular podcasts out there, and they're fucking terrible. Call Her Daddy and Joe Rogan. Screw them both.
Who's the guy whose name is actually Sean that I confuse with Joe Rogan?
I don't know.
He's another meathead podcaster.
I avoid them. Kill Tony, that's another one. F those people. They're the worst. No, it's not even funny. Like if it was funny and edgy, that would be something, but they're the worst.
Just anyway, absolutely terrible. The Sean guy.
So many tangents.
I have started finding myself not hating him anymore because he is anti-Trump now.
Well, and so is Rogan, but Rogan had him on.
Sean Ryan.
Okay. They were all having him on and getting him elected, and now they're anti-Trump because they realize things are fucked, and they realize that the majority of the people are coming back and are not buying the bullshit anymore. So to remain popular, they're going to change their opinion. There's nothing sincere in that.
No. Popular.
Ugh. At least if you're going to be a dick, be an entertaining, consistent dick. That's what I do.
That should be an advertisement.
Yeah.
At a career fair.
Entertaining, consistent
At least if you're going to be a dick, be a consistent, what did you say?
Entertaining, consistent dick. Hey, I'm not the court jester asshole anymore. I'm an entertaining, consistent dick. I like that. I've come up in the world.
When our kids have bring someone to school to talk about what they do, I'm going to get them to take you.
I would love to do that.
Hi, I'm Stu. I'm a consistent, entertaining dick.
As long as people ask me questions, if I have to give a talk of any sort, I can't do it. If there's a bunch of people that will ask a question, I'm fine with that. Giving a speech, I'm not good at.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I think you're good at the old back and forth, but I could see you getting a bit discombobulated if you had to stand on stage and give a presentation.
Yeah, one of the worst things ever I had to do was go to a high school and talk about what I did during career day. The kids, they didn't really care that much, and they asked really bad questions. How much do you make a year? Ugh.
Oh, I didn't know that's where you were going. I thought it was some kind of court-imposed public apology.
No, it was, hey, we want you to go out to this high school and talk to the kids about radio. Oh, fuck, really? Me? I don't want to do that. There's a reason I'm behind a mic. Anyway, we were on Animal Talk, and I've been wanting to talk about this for the past 10 minutes,
Side
but it's great because I love it. You know who I don't like?
This podcast does not have enough episodes before we run out of energy to list all of the things that you don't like. So why don't you just narrow it down for me?
You know who I don't like lately?
C point A.
Thanks, Punch the Monkey. Do you know about Punch the Monkey? I could swear, first off, it's a Peter Gabriel song. Don't you know you got to punch the monkey? But Punch the Monkey is a baby monkey that is in some zoo, I think in
doesn't
Tokyo.
It have doesn't it have like a little orangutan toy friend?
From IKEA. And,
from IKEA.
And now everybody had to buy the orangutan things from IKEA. It was the big thing because people are dumb. But in any case, Punch the Monkey had no friends because he was a weird monkey and I guess maybe the runt of the group. And then he got the stuffed thing and he made friends with that and he was dragging it everywhere. And now I have this news report from David Muir at ABC News Tonight, and I have the latest on Punch the Monkey. And I'll tell you my theories on Punch the Monkey. And just in general, I'm tired of hearing about him. Okay, he's cute. Let's move on. But here's from the other night, ABC World News Tonight.
Tonight, they grow up so fast.
Oh, don't they? Don't the monkeys grow up so fast? Thank you, David Muir. What the shit?
Tonight, they grow up so fast. Punch the Monkey and that zoo outside Tokyo.
Hello?
Well, hey there, it's Stu. We were having the best show. We were talking about Punch the Monkey. I had numerous takes on Punch the Monkey. And then you'll never guess what happened. The power went out. Oh, very frustrating. Southern California Edison, suck my ass. You ruined my show. You ruined my day. Then me thinking ahead, thinking on my feet. I said, well, at least I can make a bit out of it and I'll call Emily and we can do the rest of the show on the phone. There's a thing on iPhones that I've never had to do before where you can call someone and record the conversation. I did that, but unfortunately there is some issue that Apple has. Apple, suck my ass, that you record the phone call and it is just lispy. I'll play you part of this, not all of it, because it's insane how this sounds. I know I don't sound like this. Listen to this crap as recorded on my iPhone. Way to go, Apple. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. I just figured some crap out. I'm feeling pretty proud right now. So we were just doing a great show, and the goddamn power went out. And this is why I want to move to another state. I want to move to another state. Don't you want to move to another state where stuff works? Wouldn't that be great? Oh, it's just so frustrating. Why the power went out. And I hope the show that we just did is there because I was recording on Mac. Bane of my existence. So going to leave it there. Gave you at least about a good half hour. We'll be back. We'll talk about goddamn Punch next week. More Punch the Monkey talk. And until then, please shut the hell away from me.
Okay, you know how this goes. Like us, subscribe, tell your friends, write a nice review, engage with us. We're Total Babble on Instagram, on Facebook, on Threads, and on Blue Sky. Email is show@totalbabble.com. The Total Babble Podcast.